Team racing, an extremely basic intro to 3-on-3 team racing rules. So what is team racing? 2 teams of 3 sailors compete head-to-head, so 6 boats are on the course at a time, and the 2 teams navigate the course, attempting to finish with the lowest total team score. The rules are modified somewhat for team racing, and you use the rules actively during the race to advantage your team. The races are short, about 10 to 15 minutes apiece, and the course is shaped differently from a regular fleet racing course. Here's an example of a digital in course. You can see from the start there's a beat to windward, followed by a reach, then a run, another reach, and a final beat to the finish. So how do you win in team racing? Your team's score is the total of all your team's finishing positions. 10 is the magic number, so score less than 10 and you win. Knowing what positions you and your teammates are in during the race is very important, and your team positions are called combinations. Throughout this video, you'll see some red words, and those are just important team racing words to know. So here are some example combinations. Under winning combinations, you see 1-2-X and 1-3-X. That just means if members of your team are finishing first and second or first and third, it doesn't matter even where your final teammate finishes, you're still winning. And you can do the math for yourself. The rest of those winning combinations add up to 10 or less, and all those losing combinations add up to 11 or more. And this little cute fish diagram just shows some different combinations and which fish look like they want to get the other fish to improve their positions. So some basic team tactics. Do unto others before they do unto you. In team racing, the object is not just to race fast and finish first like it is in fleet racing. You're going to keep an eye out for teammates who are in trouble because you may need to go back and help them if they're being controlled by the other team's boat. Use the rules and smart maneuvering to cause your opponent to lose ground and allow your teammate to get away. Slowing another boat to allow your teammate to pass you both is called a passback. Okay, who's in control? The concept of control is important in sailboat racing and especially in team racing, so we want to understand who's controlling and who's being controlled. So in this first port starboard scenario, this blue boat sailing along on starboard, this is basic because this boat has control. Blue is starboard boat, green is going to have to decide whether to tack or duck, but blue can continue on its course and go where it wants. Now in the second scenario, both these boats are sailing along on port. Now, blue is ahead, and blue is also leeward, and so has the rights of a leeward boat. However, green is in control here, and that's because even though blue is ahead and has rights as the leeward boat, blue can't tack without fouling green. So blue's kind of stuck on this course, and as long as green wants to continue on this course, it can continue to push blue further and further out. All right, passbacks. This is how to save your teammate. So let's look at these boats and figure out which boat is being controlled by green here. It should look very familiar from what we just saw. So this blue boat, Ava, is being controlled by the green boat. Now, Ava is going to need help from her teammate Kat to get out of this situation. So Kat can sail back down to Ava, and when she does that, she gives up a big lead. And why would she do that? So her bad air is going to cause green to slip back. So now, instead of being in first place and third place, the blue team is in first place and second place. And that is a stable, winning, keyword combination. All right, more passback strategies. That's just one example. There are tons and tons of strategies, and they're also called plays. That was an upwind strategy, but there are specific plays that work great on reaches and on runs, and this presentation is a super basic intro, so we're not going to go into specific plays. but you can find lots and lots of team racing resources and get more information about specific plays that you might want to put in your playbook. Okay, what about protests? Unlike in fleet racing, there is an umpire boat that's going to be near you the whole time, watching and judging in real time. So there's not post-race hearings in team racing, but all these decisions get made instantaneously. Protests and fouls and penalties are common. It's part of the game. So don't fall into the trap of being too nice to protest if you get fouled. If you're fouled, hail protest, hail it loud, hail it immediately, and then the protested boat is going to have two choices. If they think, yes, I committed this foul, they can immediately take a 360 penalty turn. They can hail spinning, do their turn, and continue racing. If they think, in fact, they did not foul, they don't have to take that spin, and the umpire is then going to decide if, in fact, there was a foul. If there was no foul, there'll be a green and white flag displayed by the umpire and the race will continue. If there is a foul, the umpire is going to display a red flag, indicate which boat is penalized, and it might be more than one. And then if a foul is confirmed by the umpire, then the penalized boat or boats have to do a 720 or a 2-turn penalty, and they've lost that opportunity to do just a 360. Okay, so if this basic little bit of information about team racing sounds fun to you, there are some ways you can practice before you sign up for your team race, and one of those is to play this game called Piggy in the Middle. So you need 3 sailors to play it, and you're going to sail around a rectangular course so you can practice beats and reaches and runs, because remember, you'll have different plays that work better on different legs depending on your point of sail. The sailor in the middle is the piggy, and the other 2 sailors are going to be teammates and try to get the piggy to drop back to 3rd place by using a play or a passback. So then once that happens, the piggy drops back to 3rd, a different sailor's in the middle, they're the new piggy, and the game continues. So in the scenario below, 3 boats are sailing on a reach. They're about to round that mark onto their run. So we're going to see how piggy works. So in these boats, the first piggy is going to be Sam, because Sam's in the middle. Okay, so what can Kat and Ava do? They're acting as teammates now. How can they get the piggy to drop back into 3rd place? Well, as the leeward boat, Ava has rights to luff the piggy, and the piggy's got to keep clear. So now Ava's in control, and she can force the piggy to sail high of the mark. And you might also notice that Ava herself sailed high of the mark. Why would she do that? She's sailing extra distance. So now Kat has the opportunity to sail fast right to the mark, right into the space made by Ava, and that's a successful pass back. So Ava has taken an action that allowed her teammate Kat to move from 3rd to 1st place, and now their team is in 1st and 2nd. So as they turn down into the run, we have Kat in 1st, Ava 2nd, and Sam, who is the piggy, is 3rd. So now there's a new piggy, and of course that's going to be Ava because Ava is now in the middle. And Sam and Kat are going to work together and try to get Ava pushed back to 3rd. So as we're looking at this, you can think about what on the run could they do to get the piggy shuffled to the back. And so this is just a fun game to play, and team racing is just a fun, different way to sail and race. So I hope that you will learn some more about team racing, and I hope you come out and race.